So The Instigators was directed by Doug Liman, who brought you such hits as The Bourne Identity, Edge of Tomorrow, It's Not Called Live, Die, Repeat, I'm not going to take that slander, and he also did the remake to Roadhouse, which came out earlier this year, a humongous surprise. And this one sort of has a Damon Affleck reunion in it. Matt Damon is starring alongside Casey Affleck instead. Damon and Affleck play Rory and Cobby, unlikely partners thrown together for a heist. But when the heist goes awry, they team up to outrun police, backward bureaucrats, and a vengeful crime boss. Now, I honestly do feel like the best thing The Instigators has going for it are the performances across the board. Not just from Damon and Affleck, who are bound to turn in at least solid work anything they do. This movie has a lot of famous people in it, honestly. Chau is really good, Michael Stuhlbarg turns in some good work, Paul Walter Hauser is really funny when he's on screen, Ving Rhames is really good, Alfred, Molina, and Perlman are also in this movie. Am I living in 2004 right now? Seriously, the director of Bourne Identity, you have Doc Ock and Hellboy all having supporting roles, all to a Damon Affleck project that's set in Boston. Like, what timeline are we living in? That is really cool. And as you know, I love heist movies. Anything that involves this really, really intricate plan to take some money from some really famous people, taking some money from the corrupt people, and then you throw in some comedy here and there. I love movies like that. And there are a million other movies that you can watch with that very description that I guarantee you are probably better than The Instigators. Because I'll be honest, aside from seeing a Damon and Affleck reunion of some sort in front of me, this movie just kind of felt like it was there. Because it didn't really feel like it was doing anything new with the heist movie formula or anything unique or extraordinary. Which really sucks because you have Matt Damon in this, one of my favorite actors, and Casey Affleck, again, really solid when he's on it. And setting them in a heist environment with this director isn't really the issue. Honestly, I found this script to be extremely disappointing, because The Instigators was highlighted as this really big comedic romp. And you have guys like Matt Damon and Casey Affleck who are advertised to me to be playing against type. And it's not like the movie wasn't funny, like I got a little giggle here and there, but I can't really remember one defining joke where I was like, The Instigators is freaking hilarious. So in that regard, I wouldn't even call The Instigators all that entertaining either. Like, I feel like if you wanted to make The Instigators one of the best movies of the year, if you think that, like, that's fine. Film is subjective and all. But this movie didn't really do anything for me. Even in Doug Liman's direction, who I usually really respect. Like, who would have thought that a remake of Roadhouse would be one of the biggest surprises of the year? I certainly didn't. But the movie doesn't really do anything refreshing to the heist movie formula. It kind of goes by the numbers and by the typical blueprint of what you would expect a heist movie to do. And it tries to throw in some charm here and there, but more often than not, the jokes don't really land. They either don't land or they kind of make you uncomfortable. Not gonna spoil it, but Casey Affleck is flirting with one of the characters over a gunshot wound. Yeah. I mean, that's the extent of the scene right there. And it doesn't really do anything to make itself stand out amongst the rest of the crowd. Which, again, sucks because of all the talent that's involved in here. Some of my favorite actors alive right now, Christoph Beck composing the score, Doug Liman directing this. The Instigators, I think, should have been awesome, and it had potential to be a true hidden gem of the year, but it is certainly one of the heist movies of all time. It doesn't bring any new concepts to the table. The dialogue really isn't all that funny. And again, I guarantee you have seen both Damon and Affleck in better movies than this. And I guarantee you have absolutely seen better heist movies than this. But all that in mind, I'm giving The Instigators a C-. It's not a horrible movie. It's not an utter disaster. Damon and Affleck definitely turn in solid work, like I said. Man, I should have loved this, though. But let me know what you thought of The Instigators down in the comments section below. Which Damon-Affleck partnership is your favorite? I always love getting in front of this camera, and I love discussing all things movies with you guys on the regular. If you've stumbled across this channel for the first time, do consider subscribing and tap on that thumbs up as well. Lots coming down the pipeline as I wrap up my Alien playlist and the build-up to Romulus, which I will be seeing this weekend. Can't wait to bring that to you guys. And thank you so much again for continuing to support this channel. Y'all are the best. So with all that being said, Back Talk, commence.